That's weird. It looks like your camera's on, but it's just like pitch black.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Right. Because I ain't got nothing.
Can you see yourself or not?
Nah, I can't see myself either.
What up, Josh?
What up?
Here, I'm gonna hang up and get back.
Okay. Yeah. Try again. Tyler's screen was just pitch black for some reason.
Yeah, I saw that.
He took the Neapolitan thing a little too far.
He's like, fuck.
How are you, dude?
That. Or what?
You would?
Ice cream. It would be coffee.
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, the darkest one.
Holy shit! I'm so tired today.
You're what?
I'm tired today. I don't know why. I'm more tired than normal right now.
Dude, I almost slept through this because my alarm didn't go off, and it's a couple hours earlier for me. But my alarm didn't go off, and for some reason, and I woke up and I was like, "Huh, it seems like it's almost time," because it was starting to get light outside, and around here it gets light around like 7:30 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I feel like it's time for me to get up for this podcast. So I just happened to look at my phone and it was. So I was like, holy shit. So I was able to get up. But yeah, if I had gone back to sleep, I totally would have missed this for sure.
I typically try to wake up at like 7. The podcast recording for us, or for my time, is 9.
Yeah.
Today I woke up at 8:25.
Gotcha.
It was kind of the same thing. I woke up. Well, it gets light out here at like 6 now. So I woke up, I looked out the window, I'm like, oh, it's like the dark kind of light where it's like definitely too early still. I'm fucking chilling. And then I went back to sleep for what felt like 5 minutes, and I looked again at the window and I was like, God damn, it's probably time for me to get up. And I looked at my clock and I was like, how did 2 hours go by that fast?
Dude, that's the worst. This is gonna be the still waking up podcast today then for both of us.
Yeah, I'll get it in like maybe 5-10 minutes from now. I'll be all amped up, so we're good.
Heck yeah, dude! I'm sipping on my coffee. We'll be good to go, dude. I was just looking at. Did you see Nick Walker's guest posing?
I put it in my notes. That's what I wanted to talk about a little bit on this episode.
Same, dude. While we're waiting for Tyler to get back, we can pull this up because I found some pics and a video. Dude, people are mean, huh?
They're just stupid.
People are really freaking mean.
Yeah, they're mean. They're just fucking stupid mostly. Because most of the comments, they're like, oh, his legs, his legs are downsized, this, that, whatever. I'm like, you realize this motherfucker probably hasn't been able to fully train legs still yet?
Yeah. I watched a video of his, like a vlog, not that long ago, and he had just started doing like super light leg presses. Like he can't like go squat or do anything actually taxing, you know?
Exactly. And his legs still look pretty fucking good.
Honestly, yeah. I wouldn't have that wouldn't have jumped out at me as a problem. People are just looking for something to hate on, I think, you know?
Exactly.
Also, people are harping on his waist. And here's the thing. It's the only reason people... Oh, what up, Tyler? You're back. The only reason that people are critiquing his waist is because he's so lean, right? Because he's so lean still, they think, oh, this is his contest shape. His waist shouldn't be this big on stage. But then look at freaking Stanimal at the same guest posing. He's got a big old PH gut, but he's not as lean, so people don't say anything about it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it is like because his legs, he hasn't been able to fully train them yet. They're not as big. They're big. They're still not as big. So the proportions and the illusion that he built with his waist taper is a little bit gone, but still his waist does not look bad.
Right. Yeah, if he were like a little bit less peeled, like a little bit fatter, people wouldn't say shit. They'd be like, oh, he's just peak off season. but because he's so shredded still, they're like, oh, his waist is blown out. Like, you know what I mean? Stupid.
Mm-mm.
Tyler, are we slightly echoing in your mic?
Yeah, I hear it too.
I don't hear anything.
It
Try
sounds like
turning
when Charlie Brown talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Try just turning yours down a hair, maybe. Oh, actually, now it sounds fine. No, I don't hear
Yeah,
it.
we're good. We're chilling
I
now.
turn my mic on. I'll turn the volume down. That's my mic.
Oh, okay. Sick.
All right, keep talking. See if that's better.
Okay.
Whew.
Yeah, no, I don't hear an echo now.
All right.
We're good
That
now.
seems good.
Technical difficulties all the way, man. Sheesh.
Every week something happens. All right.
Oh yeah.
I have an actual video.
Yes.
You what?
Well, this thing we still don't even use it.
You should definitely use that.
Oh, dude, that looks so professional. What the heck?
Right.
I spent so much money on this whole thing. I've used it for like when I was trying to do YouTube videos still. But I haven't used it since then because I haven't been able to kind of like completely figure it out for the laptop. And
Sure.
I need to get another cord for it and everything, and I still need to get a pair of headphones, but I'll use it one of these days.
Here's an actual video of it. He looks freaking good, man. For a guest posing, this is incredible, honestly.
I stand by what I said about I believe he would have won if he had made it.
I do too, and everyone in these comments, bro, is like, "Oh, the people that said he would have won are eating their words now." It's like, shut up,
Do they
bro.
think he just walks around in like Olympia conditioning constantly, even after tearing his hamstring? They're just like, he's at 100% at this guest posing. Oh my god, this is so disappointing.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of shocked to see that he is still as shredded as he is right now.
No, he actually looks a lot better than I would have assumed he looks, and that's why I'm so confused about the hate.
I know, man. I know.
And his hamstring too, by the way, is like looks like it's healing extremely well.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Who knows? He actually might do the Arnold.
He looks like he could. Honestly,
you think he will?
I don't think he will because he wouldn't be like 100%.
Right.
But he looks like he could, bro, for real.
He might, because I know he wants to qualify for the Olympia. He doesn't want a handout or an invitation or anything. I'm sure he wants to qualify. So maybe because he holds himself to a higher standard already, he would probably only try to qualify at a show like that. Maybe.
Honestly, I've seen a couple of podcast clips of him saying, like, people keep saying that I wouldn't take a special invite, and he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I would. Like, why would I say that? I have heard him say that, but, you know, he might not get it. I don't know.
I mean, if he does, I think he's still going to do a show, though.
I don't agree with the special
not according to what he said. He's like, I'll take a special invite and I'll just do the Olympia, but maybe he'll change his mind. I don't know.
I don't agree with the special invite stuff really, but with this instance, I still don't necessarily agree, but I do think that it would be pretty justified because it was like he tried all the way up until a week out and he flew to Orlando to try to compete in everything. Like he did everything in his power that he possibly could. He tried to push through the injury. And when Big Ramy got the invite, he literally didn't do anything. He didn't even attempt to qualify, like nothing.
Uh-oh.
You know, same with Derek, but Derek kind of has.
He's the only one that actually does the pausing.
I know. You froze for a minute, bro. You said because Big Ramy didn't really do any of that, but he still got the invite. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Big Ramy basically did nothing. Derek basically did nothing. The only reason that the Derek one is like not like as weird is because he won the Olympia in the 212 division, which technically you're qualified for life. It's just division specific. So,
yeah, man, I think he certainly deserves it. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't really get why. I don't really get the desire to not compete again before the Olympia, because if it were me,
honest, I'm not going to be that kind of bodybuilder. I want to.
Yeah,
I'm going to probably compete more than 3 times a year when I get my pro card. I would like to, even if I was at winning Olympia level bodybuilding, I feel like I would want to continue to compete throughout the year just because that's what we do. We do it for fun, right?
Yeah.
Like it's the challenge that we like. And I don't know, that's what they used to do. They used to compete more often.
Yeah. Well, I feel like once you've made most of the size gains that you need to, like Samson, dude. Samson's a perfect example of, I think, like the perfect way to be a professional bodybuilder, honestly. Like, he just
He competes.
freaking, yeah, he competes a lot. He still progresses
Travels.
between shows. He travels. He sees the world. He looks like he's always having fun. Like, yeah, man. Samson, I think, has really got it figured out for himself, for sure. But that is pretty rare, though. Like, there's not too many bodybuilders that operate like that on his level, anyway. For sure. You got your Roman Fritzes and those kind of guys, but they're not like top Olympians. You know,
Olympians. You're not seeing top 5 Olympians at more than the Olympia, pretty much, because up until just this last year, top 5 was qualified.
Yeah. Yeah, Samson is the only recent example I can think of that like actually actively blocked a couple people from qualifying. Who else has done that? I can't think of anyone else who's done that from the top 3 or 5 or anybody that was already qualified. That's pretty.
No, I can't think of any top bodybuilders that compete often, because even if you think about Brandon and William only do the Arnolds if they compete any more than just the Olympia.
Yeah.
Which the Arnold is not one that's very like surprising to see top 5 Olympians in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially now with the prize money and everything. I feel like the Arnold is trying to take the prestige away from the Olympia in a way, like try to make it the bigger show, which do you guys think that could happen?
No. I mean, if they continue what they're doing now over a couple of years, sure. But right now, they're getting their feet wet by trying something different. I can't jump on the bandwagon now and say that's in the cards as of like now or the next 2 years. But if they continue to trend this way, they're making a big step, especially with like if you talk about international. If they doing this in the U.S. and over the over the waters,
I didn't even consider that. They're one of the like. I mean, the Olympia used to travel. The Olympia used to be held in more than just the United States or Las Vegas or whatever. And I feel like that was good for the sport because it was like more of an international thing. But with the Arnold, they're just like, fuck it, we'll just promote shows in every country.
Yeah,
which is good. I think it's cooler. I think it's cooler,
cool
but it kind of sets them up for us a different way because everybody travels to the Olympia, which makes it more pristine, where they have multiple Arnolds, and you can just go to your backyard and do it and compete. We're having to compete with other people across the world. You're competing against people if they want to travel or not travel. Do it from your home region.
I feel like they could at least with the Olympia, and this would make it. I feel like this wouldn't be beneficial for everybody. I feel like a lot of people throw a fit about this, but I feel like they should make it traveling again. That gives other competitors like Baruz an easier chance to actually get there. Plus, I feel like people in the United States typically do not have an issue traveling to compete anywhere else. It's people coming into the United States that have issues. So I feel like that would help that too.
Agreed. So what would your idea be? To have 2 Olympias? The international Olympia and the US Olympia?
I would say have at least move it every 2 years somewhere.
Okay.
I dig that. I actually like that. I like that.
Because I think every year might be too much. Or like every 2 years I feel like would be solid. Like 2 years in Orlando, and then we'll go 2 years, and then we'll go to Brazil or something, and then they'll do the Olympia Brazil, and it would be like because the Olympics travel.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be dope. Actually, I like that. I really like that idea.
I could get down with that. I don't really see any downsides. Like, it makes sense that the U.S. guys should have to travel a little bit too. Look compared to the poor European guys, you know.
I think part of it, though, is it's expensive for the Olympia, too, because they pay for a lot of the athletes to they pay for them to go.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
But wouldn't that help? Wouldn't that just help us as well? Technically, because then it probably will be cheaper to do it somewhere else.
Yeah, but they would probably have to take from the prize pool in order to fund the extra travel expenses for the athletes.
Mm.
Or they can kind of lean back on those or hear me out. Or those sponsorships can bulk up a little bit of money to send their athletes to represent them in another country. Because at the end of the day, that's marketing for them too.
Yeah, that's true. But then that's where it gets a little bit more messy with the IFBB has the choice to move the Olympia around and do this and that, but they do not have any command or rule over sponsorships and companies to pay for the athletes to go. So that would be like a separate communication thing between two separate entities that have to fork over money for one thing. If that makes sense, it would just cause more of issues, conflict, questions, interruptions.
I think it'd be a certain. In a business mindset, I think that'd be a partnership in full throttle for everybody embedding bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Well, the IFBB at that point might just go, listen, we can't pay for everyone's travel from the U.S., so talk to your sponsors, Yeah.
Plus, if it's not in the United States, that is there's a pretty large bodybuilding fan base here, and everybody goes to the Olympia and everything like that. Do you think that they're going to have less people going to watch the Olympia if it is in another country? But I also said Brazil. I said Brazil, but I feel like there's a lot of bodybuilding fans in other countries, so we don't really know what it's going to look like.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't really say in comparison. What would the fan base be like, or at the venue itself? I really couldn't tell you what that would be.
I think they would just have to pick hubs, right? Brazil is a great example. I think that there are a ton of Brazilian bodybuilding fans. Where in the Middle East, it's going to be a ridiculous turnout for sure.
Where's
just think about Olympia in Dubai or some shit. How crazy that would be.
Dubai would be crazy.
That would
huge.
Be
that would also just be cool as fuck, and all the athletes would be like, "Fuck, we're already here. Let's just take a vacation right after competing, just hang out."
Josh, you said Oxygen. Oxygen is in Kuwait, I think, isn't it?
I believe, yeah, you're right. That would be a place, like that. That's a pretty I mean, there's a lot of bodybuilding fans over in that part of the world. It's still Middle East. I want to know, because we never see it, how many bodybuilding fans there actually are, and if it would be bigger numbers, because when Big Ramy goes home, he gets fucking welcome fights every single person in the goddamn place that he lives in. But when our bodybuilders, I bet you, dude, when Derek Lunsford went home after this Olympia, he probably took a picture with a couple people in the airport, maybe, and that's it.
Yep. But his social media was blowing up like crazy.
Yeah. And then it got taken down.
Yeah, dude, for real. Yeah.
Dude, speaking of Derek, you guys still see that people are pulling the race card?
Really?
Holy shit. I cannot believe that people are pulling the race card on this. And I was like, you do realize the last time a white American won the Olympia was 2010, and it was Jay Cutler?
Damn.
But they're
yeah, that's true. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, look at the top 5, bro. There's usually only a couple white guys. Usually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hate when people try to bring in a race, because they did the same thing for Hottie.
Yeah.
We're just giving him a pass.
Yeah, we're just trying to. He's just a token Middle Eastern. Yeah, people just want to find a fucking excuse, is what it is.
Yeah,
that's all it is. And
it's irritating. Whether it goes their way or goes the other way, there's always something to say about it. Yeah,
which is wild to me when it comes to bodybuilding to pull the race card, because I feel like as far as sports go, we're one of the more racially inclusive ones.
For sure, 100%.
It's not even in the sense of just we have all of these people in other ethnicities and countries and stuff that are competing. It's also just I feel like because of what we do with self-improvement and everything, we're also just a lot more self-aware and respectful to the people that are also doing what we're doing because we know how hard it is, and we really just aren't paying attention to their fucking race or their ethnicity or anything. I mean, we talked about that a little bit in Texas, Tyler, with everybody like Alec and everybody there at that house. We just talked about how like the perception of different races and ethnicities is so weird, how people even have any kind of like separation when they look at somebody and they're like, oh, this person's skin's different, so they're different. Like, I can't believe that that's still even a thought process in this fucking day and age. It's crazy.
Ridiculous, dude. It's so stupid.
It is dumb. It is dumb. And like speaking on like just bodybuilding, how inclusive we are, bro. It's literally, I forgot which one of you guys brought up the Olympics, but it's very, very close to that, minus, you know, certain situations. But you know, everybody's like from disabilities to just like disabilities, age ranges, beginners or whatever. Yeah, everything that happens in the Olympia is all included.
Trying to come up with classes athletes that are like, oh, we don't have guys that want to be 280 pounds on stage. Let's do men's physique for the guys that want to be like more beach body look, whatever. Let's do classic physique for these guys that want to do bodybuilding, but they don't want to overdo the size. Like, let's do for these guys that are a little bit shorter. There's so many different ways where like they are trying to be inclusive for so many different reasons. So the race is just one.
Let's do this. This will be fun. Let's see how many races we can count in the Olympia top 10.
Damn.
This is going to accidentally be racist.
Wait. When we say race, so we talking about ethnicities?
I guess ethnicities. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Yes, yeah, where they're from. That's less problematic for sure. So, white American, Iranian, right? There's two. Nigerian. Dude, top three is they're all different races, bro.
Right.
Brandon Curry, African American.
And Andrew
Nigerian. Yeah. Hunter LeBron.
Oh no, not the white American. There's 2 white Americans in the top 6. This is already fucking racist.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. Michael Krizo is
Ukrainian?
No, German. He's German.
Oh, he's not German. No way.
He's not German. No, he's not German.
I thought he was German, bro.
No, he's in the Ukraine. He's Russian, brother. Let me see.
Okay, we'll look that up in a sec. Tonio Burton. He's African American, yeah?
Yeah, African American.
I believe he is Samoan.
Who?
I could be wrong. Slovakia is where Michael Krizo is from.
Oh, okay. Regan Grimes is a white Canadian boy.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Griffin, African American. Yeah, bro, like that's a lot. That's a very
I can't think of exactly where Tonio is from. I could be completely wrong about this, but I do believe that he is some Samoan. Well, actually, I think I can confirm this. I'm not going to say 100% because he didn't directly tell me he is Samoan. But when we were talking, we kind of became friends over tattoos. It wasn't even bodybuilding, but we were talking about tattoos. And he has a lot of Polynesian tribal. I do think that he has Polynesian blood as well. So he would also be one of the only like top pro bodybuilders ever that has Polynesian, because Polynesians don't typically have the great genetics for bodybuilding, as far as like they can be really fucking big, but they don't like look as good on stage, which is crazy weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe he is Polynesian of some sort though, but that's a pretty diverse top 10, guys. It's pretty diverse. I don't think they're being racist,
man, for real. Yeah, it seems like based on the top 10, the most genetically blessed races are Middle Eastern,
Nigerian,
handful of white people, but not very many, Nigerian, and just any kind of like African American or African descent seems pretty up there too. So
yeah, racist. This is a racist sport. I said there's 2 white Americans in the top 6, so that's pretty fucked up.
It's almost 33%.
They're racist against Germans.
Wait, what?
That's what it is.
What'd you say, Josh?
They're racist against the Germans.
Oh.
There's no top 5 Germans.
There was only one German in the Olympia, right? That was Roman Fritz. Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, IFBB. Wow,
shame.
Somebody get the bill.
Yeah, but I want to bring that up because I still see it when I'm scrolling around on Instagram when I go to the bodybuilding pages and anybody talks about the winner. It's always like somebody comments on it. And I've gotten to a point where, like, for some reason, I don't know why I get like this, but I get impatient sometimes with ignorance. And I start to comment back to people. And yeah, it's been a thing. So I've been like, not starting shit. It's just like, I have no fucking filter when it comes to idiots. So I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? So that's all I commented back to the person. I was like, dude, the last time a white American won the Olympia was 2010, and it was Jay Cutler. It's been almost 13 or 14 years.
You know how Instagram... You know how sometimes Instagram will show you some shit that you don't follow because, like, your friends commented on it or something?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Every once in a while I'll be scrolling and then someone will pop up and I'm like, why is it showing me this? And then I'm like, oh, Josh commented.
Oh, really?
Once in a while, yeah.
What have I commented on that you've seen?
What'd you say?
What have I commented on that you've seen?
Oh, dude, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was something to do with Hadi and Derek the last time.
I was going to say, bodybuilding related, I'm sure.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. I think you were clapping back at somebody. I can't remember what you said, though.
Oh, I'm sure probably was, and I bet you won that argument.
I'm sure you did, too.
Yep.
Yeah, I found another argument about a guy who was basically saying, and I guess he promotes a show, so this guy promotes a show. He was basically saying that it's all entirely opinionated and objective, and there's no criteria. I'm like, there's definitely fucking criteria. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's a show promoter?
Yeah, he's a show promoter and everything. I got in this huge argument thread about him because he was just like, he was basically saying, like, it's objective. It's all about opinions. I commented on this post because they were just, I mean, it was an article about Derek Lunsford, the Mr. Olympia. This is Flex Magazine, I believe. And it was like just shitting on him. It was basically the article, like, should he have won this, that, whatever. And I was like, if you're like in official Olympia published news, like, company or whatever, you probably should leave your opinions and bias out of your articles, and you should just report on things that happened. That's all I said.
Wait, I did see that.
Dude,
I did see that.
That is what popped up. That was the exact comment I saw. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Wow, you need to argue with me in the comments for like fucking 25 comments or whatever, basically just calling me stupid and saying this and that. And I'm like, dude, because he was like assuming I'm just some dumbass kid who's like on Instagram. I'm like, dude, I know I'm not like a big name anybody, but I do know a lot more than you fucking think I do.
Yeah. So
it's just,
man, kudos to you. Kudos to you. Because I personally probably wouldn't get into none of that, because when it comes to social media and people speaking their ignorance, they're speaking with a battle sense of defending what they statement is. They're not going to ever admit that they were wrong.
Regardless, then they have too much of an ego to admit if they were incorrect or not to begin with.
But at the same time, in real life, they probably not shit nowhere. So what's the point of battling somebody's social media preference?
I don't know what it is. It's like I get in moods.
That's actually an
nothing wrong with it.
That's actually an interesting topic, guys. Let's pretend that we're all, like, fast forward few years. Let's pretend that we're all like top 10 Olympians and prevalent on social media and like famous, but bodybuilding famous, you could say. How do you guys see yourselves handling social media with all these little shitheads, dude, that comment negativity on everything? Because we're gonna get
I get it anyways now. It doesn't really affect me that much. It used to, but I'm not insecure at all. Like, I know who I am, so it's like some random dude on the internet trying to tell me who I am and saying something negative. It doesn't bother me. I know who I am and what I'm about, so it's like pretty secondary at that. I only don't like ignorance, like false information or like incorrect thought processing. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that irritates me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I wouldn't care at all. It depends on how bored I am.
Yeah.
And if I know if I know I can run the table with this kid or whoever.
That's probably the better option. Depends on how bored I am.
Right. Because it's like
I can get into some arguments when I'm sitting there and not doing shit and I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah. Dude, I've had like you'll get like some random ass comments. Like actually I got a comment that I actually want to bring up a discussion after this, but like you bring up a comment and like try to critique my physique or something. I'm like, I just reply, yeah, that horse is pretty big back in the farm. Just some random shit. They be like, the fuck is this man talking about? Because it just negates everything they fucking said. Now they fixated on me talking about horses at a farm. Two, I like it. Then two, I like people who want to talk shit because I like to talk shit every now and again, but it depends on how far they want to take the shit. Because we can go the distance. We can 100% go the distance. I saw this one kid. I would never do this. Still fucking funny, but I would never do this. Dude commented on somebody's like journey of like alcoholism and how he's become a better man or whatever. And then some dude commented on and said, "You still a piece of shit. You still blah blah blah." And this. So they went back and forth. And this guy on TikTok, he took it like 2 steps way further because he said something like real personal. Like you really shouldn't say that. He found out that his mom had recently died. Check this out. Found out his mom had recently died. And he said, "Man, I'm sorry to hear about your mom," and got her picture tatted on his calf. And said, "R.I.P. to the mother of this son of a bitch," or something like that. Just
whoa.
Crazy.
That's the most petty thing I've ever fucking heard in my entire life.
But it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's so funny, but think about this. It's funny when you see it that way, but then it's like this motherfucker over an Instagram joke or comment or whatever is walking around with this lady's face tattooed on his calf
forever.
But he gives no fucks. And then
it's kind of funny, and it's also not
dead mom.
It's not disrespectful technically. He's like, rest in peace to this guy's mother or whatever. Like, it's not super disrespectful.
Yeah. That's to the son. I don't know how it feels. Somebody just tattooed. They don't know my parent like at all, but they did it because I started talking shit. That's like I'm gonna have to find you fight.
I think if anything, I'd feel like I won.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's freaking
weird. You just made yourself into a memorial for my parent.
Kinda, yeah. I can see your point.
But when people ask him about that tattoo, what do you think he says?
The exact story.
Exactly.
And most people are gonna be like, "Bro, you're fucking insane." I don't think they will see him as winning. No. I don't think the person. I don't think they will see him as winning. The person who got the tattoo, he definitely for sure won because I wouldn't want to fuck with nobody that would do something. Personally.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
I think it's fucking fun. Honestly, if that happened to me, I think it was funny, and I think that I won.
I don't know. I think I lost it. I'd be really emotional about the fact that somebody just tried to talk shit. Well, was talking shit about me.
Do you know how long a portrait tattoo takes? This guy sat there for at least 6 hours.
Yep. If I can find it, I'm gonna send it to y'all. If I can find it again, I'm gonna send it to y'all.
In a way, you're right, Josh, because basically what this dude is admitting with this tattoo is that this stranger on Instagram affected him so deeply with his comments that he went and put ink on his body.
He went and paid for a fucking tattoo and sat there for 6 hours in pain.
That's pretty pathetic.
Yeah, I think he won for that reason because it's like those lengths.
If I'm the other guy, I'm like, wow, this guy's my bitch now.
I wish I could. I just used some words and syllables. I just used some words and syllables. That's all I did. This motherfucker literally went and paid for a tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you can look at it both ways. I don't think I would see him as my bitch. I'd just be like, I don't know. Because the mom just recently died, so ain't no telling what mental state he is about his mom.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, for me,
Weird.
I don't
So
know.
weird.
I don't think I'd be mad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this guy's like? I would probably stop there though, because I'd be like, I don't know what the other things this guy's capable of doing.
Yeah.
What else
Does
transpired?
not give a fuck. You're right.
Yeah.
Like,
For
the next
sure.
move is to fly out to wherever I'm at and find me, and I don't want to find that out. So
Imagine he gets a tattoo of your mom, then you just block him.
dude, he tries to show you, and he's blocked before he can even show you, and he's just like,
There we
"Fuck,
go.
I got this tattoo. I can't even show the guy who I got it for. I got it for no fucking reason now."
Oh my
Nah,
god.
that video hit like 3 million. That person knows.
Wow.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you see, there's that point too. The clout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
You
100%.
get the social gain.
Okay.
Who knows?
So
Petty.
to backtrack on this discussion, did y'all see the reel I posted on like me doing stiff leg deadlifts with 6 plates?
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up too, just because it was pretty ridiculous.
Holy shit, dude.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
I will say he didn't pull it from the ground.
Who?
You.
What do you mean I didn't pull it from? Oh, like to start it off?
Yeah, but honestly, when I do RDLs, I don't pull it from the ground.
Bro.
So I'm just
like trying to preserve
it's
every
pretty
rep.
insane. The most I've ever RDL'd was 5 plates. Your form and tempo was super, super controlled in that. It's pretty fucking impressive. It's ridiculous.
Oh, shucks, man. Thanks.
Pulling it up right now, Tim.
I saw how you trained. I trained with you, and then I saw how your friend Alec trains, and I just got to assume you both are not humans. Alec makes no fucking sense with the way he moves.
Alec is in his words, just a fucktard. When it comes to
But his form and tempo is still good, and he's got 4 plates on the gym pin, fully maxed out pec deck, and he's just like it's nothing.
Lord.
But you remember the way I told you how to do it and how he's doing it. He actually has a shoulder situation, so he can't put his arm straight.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, see, look at that. He's controlling that weight up and down.
Tyler, you're a freak, huh?
I'm trying to be.
That's fucking
I'm trying to be,
bro. Hell yeah.
Were you walking around seeing stars?
No.
Dude, after I do a heavy squat or a heavy RDL, I'll walk around for a second and try to act normal, but I literally cannot see.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I could have got another rep, like just walking around and like stars and shit all over the place. I'm like, I could have gone for more. And they're like, oh, we're over here. And I'm like, oh, okay.
No, but my initial thought after walking away was that I missed out on a rep because I wasn't breathing properly. That was my whole thought. Because I wanted 8
doing squats before.
Mm-hmm.
And I failed it. That's how you did.
Was it like you lost? Was it like you lost your brace, Tyler, or what do you mean?
No, I wasn't breathing. You know how like how you said Josh was like seeing stars or whatever. That's lack of oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
If you could breathe through it, you can probably get like a couple. That's one thing that Alec does. Like why he has such a straight face when he's doing all his lifts, because he can breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did like some type of practicing like over years with his mom or some shit, where he's proficient at breathing during heavy, intense training.
Which is smart to do, because I feel like once I start to go heavy, I start to like forget, because I'm thinking of like everything. I'm trying to think of engaging the correct muscles that I want to work, the tempo that I'm trying to count, like the weight is heavy in itself too. There's a lot of other things. And then I'll get 3 reps down and I'll be like, oh fuck, I haven't breathed in 3 reps and this shit's feeling heavy.
Damn.
Sometimes I'll like pause at the top, I'll take a couple breaths and then I'll start again. But sometimes I just fail and then I'm like, oh shit, I haven't breathed for a couple reps. That's why I failed sooner. And like, then I'm pissed off at myself.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do this thing where when it got like if I'm approaching failure and I know I only got a couple reps left, and I'll kind of like pause the top and like almost like hyperventilate myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you actually lose reps, I realize, because you're not getting air, you're hyperventilating. Yep. So just forcing myself to not do that, and just like when I get to that point where I'm fatigued, just taking air and going. It's it definitely is better reps for sure. You get more reps.
Were you gonna say you got a hate comment on that video?
Yeah, so it was on TikTok. It was on TikTok. And it wasn't necessarily a hate comment, but it was a thought. It was the person said at Ronnie Coleman, pretty much watch out. Here, actually, let me look it up. Like I tell you, because it was a not a bad. It wasn't a bad comment. It was just one of those like you're timid in the way you think. Let me see, where'd you go? 16. All right. So they had said at Ronnie Coleman, keep doing what you're doing, and you will pay later. Right?
Oh, just one of those dumbass comments.
Yeah. And I was like, and I thought about this. I was like, there's very few people that have the opportunity or the blessing to do what they really fucking love to do. And I guarantee you, those people who can wake up and do what they love to do, is passionate about it, and can still live their life in that moment. We're not looking at future. They're living in that moment right then and there. And that's what I think about Ronnie, because this man did everything he wanted. Just think about the life he lived as a professional bodybuilder, the high times. Obviously, he had his lows with the surgeries and stuff. But I'm sure he never thought about, man, I should have did this. I guess I could scale back. But he's like, no, this is how I train. This is how I like to live my life, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And there's so much beauty in that, because people become they regret so many things, because hindsight is 20/20. But if you're living in that moment and you're enjoying the fuck out of that moment and you want to continue to live in it, granted, if it's not destructive to your present life, like who would have saw that Ronnie would be the way he was now? He probably didn't see that.
And he of all people does not give a fuck. Would not change it. And that's what I'm like. It's a quantity over quality or quality over quantity kind of thing. You can have a lot of years of your life. That doesn't mean they're going to be any good. Or maybe you got to sacrifice a couple of those like later years in your life to enjoy it as much as. And right now, when we're fully physically capable to do these things, I know that I wouldn't be as happy if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. And I do know that there is going to be a price to pay for it all later, I'm sure, especially for me with already having back injuries and stuff, knee problems at 24 years old. I know there's going to be a price to pay. I just don't care. I'm having fun doing it now. And my quality of life right now would be a lot worse. Like the video, I posted a throwback video on Instagram the other day of a TikTok that I posted a long time ago. And I remember when I originally posted that video, I got a lot of hate for it too, because they're like, these stupid videos, this stupid comedy video that you did is going to get you fucking hurt. Because I pretended to fail a heavy squat just so I could make a joke about it. It was so dumb. I thought it was hilarious, but people were like, you're going to hurt yourself. I thought it was hilarious. I just went, I had 500 pounds on the bar, and I was squatting, and I just let it go. I was like, fuck. And I was like, the worst part about failing a heavy lift is having to re-rack it again. So
which is true.
Back, I looked at it, and I stepped up under it again, and I just squatted it back up to rack it. And I was like, fuck.
That's solid.
Hell yeah.
At least nobody jump roping with a bench. That's tasteful. That's tasteful.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to talk about, Tyler. So how come when some clown posts a video of him incline pressing on a leg press, single leg pressing a girl, everyone in the comments is like, bro, you're getting so strong. Keep it up.
Keep it up.
So it's because I think shout outs to social media. I think people who follow like bodybuilding or like our type of fitness, they become desensitized. And so seeing something like that is probably worlds different than what they do. They probably think we wouldn't be able to do that because it's a different type of way. That's what I think about it, because it's like you don't see many people doing ridiculous shit like that.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it, right? There's a lot of reasons why you don't see that.
What happened to Callum von Moger?
Oh, I don't know. Who that?
Oh, he tore his bicep doing stupid shit.
Oh, yeah, he tore his bicep doing a tandem curl, right?
Bumstead, yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Dead. That's right, dude.
It's curled 225 or something like that.
I
Or
gotta see if I can find this.
What?
Yeah, you gotta see this shit. It's wild. This is what I mean. Like, that's stupid shit. When I did that stupid little squatting joke, if anybody watches that video, I did it very safely and very well, and it was not hard for me to do. That's why I chose the weight that I chose. It was not hard.
Yeah.
So the fuck
and people think, you gotta be real. With normal people, 500 is a shit ton of weight, but for us, it's 500 pounds.
Yeah, get your numbers up, pussies. God, not mine.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I think I found it.
Skewed.
Oh, this is Nick's strength and power. This will work. Okay, hold on.
NSP, fuck. We can talk about him too after this video.
Uh-oh.
I used to really like his stuff.
He just seems like he doesn't really know much about bodybuilding, to be honest.
That's what I was going with that. He doesn't try to do better, and it bothers me. But, yeah, see that?
Oh, there it is, right there.
How much weight was on the bar?
405.
Oh, geez, that's pretty fucking heavy, yeah.
That's fucking stupid, is what. Look at him.
Dude.
I mean, realistically, it's both of them curling it, so it couldn't have been that much.
Yeah, but still, that's a lot.
200 each. Yeah, 200 each.
Also, like, their arm length and height and everything isn't quite the same, so, like, all of those things.
Oh, yeah. So he probably got a lot more tension on his side.
This is crazy, because what year was this? 6 years ago. Okay. So when I was watching content a lot, I used to watch Bradley Martin when I was really young, because Bradley Martin's been since like 2000.
Yeah.
Same.
So I would watch him when he was really young before he became a cringy influencer guy. And he did a training video with Callum Von Moger, and Callum a long time ago was even like, oh, I got to lay off biceps for a minute because that last set I heard a click or a pop or whatever, and I don't want to push it. So I'm like, this motherfucker's been having this shit for a while. I feel like this is just the breaking point of that.
Oh, God, Lee Jesus.
And they're like, why go for another one? Why?
Right.
Oh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I don't think we can see it.
I can't see that kind of stuff. Tearing muscles or whatever. People's legs bending backwards on a leg press. I can't see
it. I hate that. I be telling every person I see when they do leg press, not to
as soon as they lock out.
Legs. Yeah, bro. Every single time. No matter what the weight is. I don't care.
I do not lock my legs out.
Nope. You can't. You literally can't.
And people still do it. People still do it. It just takes one bad day on your knee.
Yeah, dude, it scares the shit out of me. I don't think Milan's going to make it, by the way.
No. Honestly, I hadn't even thought about it, to be honest.
Dude, I forgot.
We have the same alarm.
We do? Dude, it's just the generic iPhone one. I was just going to say, now my alarm goes off. Tyler, I was just telling Josh before you got on that I almost missed this because for some reason my alarm didn't go off. And I woke up and I looked outside and I was like, it looks like it's probably time to get up. So I checked my phone and it was. I just happened to wake up on time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, bro.
I'm kind of like, I have my alarm set, but I don't feel like I need them anymore.
Really?
No, I feel like I have my alarm set. I know what times I want to wake up. But I think 9 times out of 10 I wake up before it even goes off anyway.
Honestly,
actually, that's about true statement.
Yeah, same here. Probably. But like 1 in every 4 or 5 I don't. So it's like I still got to set them, you know?
Yeah,
just in case.
Just in case, yeah, exactly.
If I go to bed knowing that I don't have alarm set, then I think my mind will be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You don't have alarm set, so you don't have anything to wake up for. Mentally, you're good. And I'll just wake up at like 1 p.m.
I think we probably wake up because we're anticipating that alarm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I hate it so much.
I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit right now. I got to wake up before it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that noise.
How much sleep do you guys get?
I'm an average like 6, maybe 5 or 6.
Really?
How many times you wake up in the middle of the night?
To fucking piss, bro. I don't know when this is gonna go away, but I probably wake up like 3, 4 times.
Damn.
I think I try to go to bed at like 10 or 11, and I wake up at like 7 or 8. So however many hours that is.
That's pretty good.
I know, that's really I was about to say that's really good.
Yeah, but I wake up a lot. not even just to piss. Like, sometimes I just wake up and I'm not comfortable and I can't figure out how to get comfortable. And then I'll finally fall back asleep. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I just got to eat food.
Yeah.
Just like I wake up a lot. So I don't know how quality my sleep is. I just know that I've been waking up feeling a lot better lately. Like, it doesn't take me as long to wake up out of things. So I feel like my sleep's getting a bit better.
Do you guys,
That's good.
do either of you sleep with a CPAP?
No, I don't feel like I need one yet.
Yeah, same here. I sleep fairly well. I mean, I'll toss and turn because, you know, big people got big shoulders and shoulders ain't really inclusive for the normal sleep.
Really
So, but
I
other
just
than
felt
that,
like
yeah.
I just talked, and that helped.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
it just I tried it. I gotta because I overheat at night because I hate it. So like we got a topper, one of those like cooling cover things. It helped a little bit, and then my body said, "Fuck that, we gonna get hotter." Fuck.
Yeah, I just opened the bedroom door in the middle of the night. I mean, it's cold.
Bro,
I mean, you can't do that, but it's cold here. I can just I literally sit there before I go to bed. What I do when I smoke, I just sit right out like at my porch with my back door wide the fuck open, and I'm usually not wearing a shirt. I'm just sitting there in my kitchen chair, just right in front of the wide ass open door when it's like 30 degrees or less outside, just trying to cool off before I go lay down. I don't know why.
You're a maniac.
So fucking warm.
Imagine Josh sitting at his dinner
Bro,
table.
I was
the door wide open.
I was just gonna say I can picture him sitting there shirtless, like it's fucking snowing outside and shit.
just chilling.
That's how it is almost every single night when it snows for sure too. Because then I'm just listening to music, I'm smoking, I'm getting ready to wind down. My door's open. I'm not burning fucking hot anymore like I usually am for the day.
Yeah.
And I can just look out and like the snow's really nice to look at.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a nice scenic thing. But then I sit there for a while and I'm like texting on my phone or fucking around or doing whatever. And I'm like, I should be freezing my ass off right now if I think about it. Just not.
Dude,
I wake up, but I never go to bed cold. I think it's when I eat food, my body temperature just rises.
Yeah.
No, I was about to say, now that you say that, like recently I've been starting to sweat as I'm eating, like finishing my meal.
Yeah, bro.
Which I'm gonna have to say is I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, your body's like, your metabolism's kicking up, right?
So
yeah, it happens in the middle of my meal, and then I'm starving to death within 30 minutes of finishing the meal anyway.
You're different. We all understand you're a different being.
Yeah, that's
like what blood work or what kind of tests would I need to get to see like the body temperature like differences between like the beginning and the end of the day, like just to know what my body's doing more deeply.
You probably
like
could stick a thermometer up your butt, bro.
All day, every day. Every 30 minutes, check it.
Check it with every meal.
I want to see like hormonally what's dude. Yeah. Just like I gotta eat a meal. I'm gonna stick this fucking thermometer in my ass before every meal I eat.
Oh, how fucking micromanaged our lives are, that doesn't even sound like that big a stretch. Be like, yeah, this
look.
No, people get scheduled like what is it called? What the fuck is it called where they shoot water up their butts to clean out their colon? Colonic. People get scheduled regular colonics. It's not really weird.
True. Yeah.
So if I put a thermometer in my butt every day, that's not that weird.
Have you guys ever done that? Yeah.
No. A thermometer up your butt?
No, a colonic.
Oh.
I was say I've had to do it for my dogs.
I'm pretty sure we all did that when we were babies, because that's how babies have to get their temperature taken, right?
No, nothing's been up my butt ever.
Nah, the only a compository has been up my butt. Other than that, no.
I've never even done that. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, no.
It just flushes you out.
It's just an off-limit zone. Nothing goes in there. Not a lot.
No entry. No entry.
Yeah, dude. But no, a colonic, I feel like it wouldn't be bad to do. I feel like that would be a highly beneficial thing to look into, but I just haven't ever done it. Especially with the amount of food that I eat. Probably be good to do something like that every so often.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why normal people would do it because it's like your body kind of takes care of that on its own, you know? But for us,
Right.
with how much...
People eat.
What'd you say?
Think of what normal people eat, not the amount.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Their digestion's
Makes
fucked.
sense.
You got to think, dude. I can't put myself in this mentality because it's so fucking weird to me. But if you sit here and think about it, can you sit here and think how you would eat if you never bodybuilded, or how other people
Oh,
just
dude.
eat? I don't know how to make sense of it because we're like 6 or 7 meals a day. There's no such thing as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like we know what we're eating too, and we know what foods to look for. But other people, they don't even consider fat, carb, protein, whatever. They're just like, I want crackers. I'm gonna go eat some crackers for lunch.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be 100% be just like that.
Really?
I'd be probably
Oh, I know,
yeah,
but like,
100%.
isn't it weird to think about?
It's honestly, it's not because it's one less thing to think about.
I'd eat once a day. I would probably eat once a day only. Actually, I know that's for sure because I did that for a while anyway. I just ate once a day.
Yeah. I would 100% still eat. I think I eat 3 to 4 times normally, and the
Tyler,
fourth
I
one's
think
like a
you'd be
snack or some
fat as
shit.
fuck if I'm being honest.
Thanks. Would you?
Yeah, because I mean, it could go either way. You might be a food person right now because of the way that you live, so it's more restricted and it makes you want food, or you would still be a food person. You would just indulge on it all instead of being more mindful.
No, I was too. Well, before I started bodybuilding, I was a normal people buff. I could still take my shirt off, had somewhat visible abs, and look good in shirts. I was eating whatever, and this was when I was like fucking, like I was a true rep for Miller. I was in bars, standing on countertops and shit, taking shit to the head, eating bar food and all that. But I still went to the gym. So I mean, I don't know. I think I wouldn't be fat, but I'd just be a normal 215 looking
I think
guy.
it depends for me on like, okay, so like if I retired from bodybuilding, peak off season, I would probably just stop eating. Like I'd be like you, Josh. I'd probably eat a couple times a day. I would lose so much weight.
That's not.
If I retired from bodybuilding right after a show, I would get fat as fuck because
big facts.
You know what I
Big
mean?
facts.
I would
Big
just
facts.
want to eat everything. 100%.
Everything. And then and then you're not gonna go back down.
Scared, so.
Yeah, right.
Know what you're missing out on. Like, let's say you take one cheat meal every single week, just one, for 10 years straight. Then you're like looking forward to that piece of pizza that you get at the end of the week every week for 10 years straight. And then you're done. You're going to be like, that fucking once a week pizza is going to be an everyday pizza now.
Yeah.
But the way that I rationalize that in my head is also like, I feel like the fact that we do eat so strict 99% of the week is what makes the cheat meals taste better. Because if I had access to the cheat meals anytime I wanted, it would not taste as good to me in a way.
Good point. I'm with that. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
Well, have you ever in your off season even just had like an off meal like a couple days in a row? Because even that, dude, it's like after the second day, you're like, all right, I don't really want to do this again. I want to get back to my diet.
What's hard for me is since I have that unlimited appetite, my brain, because ghrelin's a hormone, right? It's not like a feeling. It's necessarily, I mean, it is a feeling that it's emitting, but it's a hormone. It tells your body that you're hungry, or it tells your brain that you're hungry. Mm-hmm. My stomach can be full of food and done. Like where you're like hiccuping at the end of the day and you feel the you're still, when you go to burp, it's more of like oh shit, can't do that right now. You know what I mean? I still get that feeling, but my brain's up here like, dude, you gotta fucking eat. You're starving. So a lot of times I do eat all of my meals and then something extra anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that in the off season, if you still look like a bodybuilder and like you're not like if you're just like real sloppy off the rails, then that's different. But if you still look like a bodybuilder, like you look good, you're having a good off season, I think that's the ideal situation for an off season. Like have your food and then freaking dude. Back in the day, so I've been watching a lot of It's Just Bodybuilding with Dusty Hanshaw and Ron Partlow. I've been on a It's Just Bodybuilding kick.
Because we need to do real quick, Neil. I need to say this before I forget.
What?
the last 5 or 6 podcast episodes we've done, I need you to clip that exact sentence from, because you've said that exact sentence every time, and I think it's hilarious. But I've been watching a lot of Dusty and Ron's.
At least I'm consistent, right? Like, I'm being honest. So they were talking about, so they're like old school guys, right? They're retired now, but they were pros. Like Ron was a pro in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know when Dusty turned pro, probably in the 90s as well.
I think Dusty was competing in like the 2000s era.
Okay. But they were talking about back when like they were first getting big and stuff, and like the mentality was just so different back then, dude. It was like they would eat their coach would give them a diet. They were both coached by Aceto. So Aceto would give them their off-season diet. But they were told, they were instructed, if they could eat more than that, to just eat more. To just keep eating until they can't eat anymore, basically.
Yeah.
Which is so different than now. It's like everyone in their off-season is like, oh my God, I can't eat 50 extra grams of rice because I got to be perfect and I can't, I got to reverse diet like exactly the right way. It's just
because coaching is more scientific now. So it's like the more you can track and the more consistencies that you have, the better. Because it's going to eliminate external variables and questions as far as like, okay, I had the successful off season with this client.
Yeah.
I know for a fact they ate this amount of grams of carbs, protein, and fat every single day, and they didn't eat any under or any over. So that just eliminates a lot of variables where it's like, okay, how many times this off season did you eat over your meals like you were told? Okay, you did this. Do you know how many? No, I have no idea. I ate this day, this day. Like it all just gets more complicated with the variables. So it's like, fuck, I might have had 5,000 calories this day, 7 this day, 4 this day. Like it's all just completely
that's different. I feel like that's a disaster if there's that much variance day to day. That's
for me there would be, because I would eat all of my meals and then something on top of it every day, unless I didn't feel like it, but I would still be hungry enough to. So then I would have days that are like 8,000 days, and I'd have days that are like 7,000, 6,000 days.
I feel like, I guess it wouldn't really work for you, Josh, because you don't have that like hunger off switch,
Yeah, which sucks. I wish I did. Makes eating more miserable when you sit there and you eat a vat of oatmeal, literally.
Yeah.
And like by the end of it, you're still like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. That's wild, dude. Yeah. I mean, I do get like that, but it's only for like a few weeks after a show, and then that goes away.
Yep. That like that high insulin sensitivity and everything that you get post show. That's why the recomp phase is so good.
Yep.
That's why I like, how long can I recomp for? Because when we first got signed on to Hostile in April, and we were all talking on Zoom, I was saying like, I'm recomping right now, and I'm not even like, I mean, I was just eating like, I would eat twice a day plus fast food at night or whatever, but I was more consistent. I was still eating it, but I was still eating it. I was eating waffles, oatmeal, Taco Bell, pretty much, but I was still eating it. So since I was still eating it and I was being consistent about it every day, I was still recomping. And then right now I'm consistent again and I'm still recomping, but I haven't allowed myself to get above 250 yet with the recomp. So I wonder if I can go above that, or if the 10 pounds after 250 is going to be a lot more difficult to get.
Yeah. Yeah. It just depends, man. Like sometimes I feel like you can ride that wave for a good while. And then eventually shit starts to slow down, but like, I don't know, if you're not like, if you're keeping your food where it needs to be, kind of in that sweet spot, I think you can ride that wave for a good while, for sure.
Do you guys like to eat a ton of food after you compete?
What do you mean, like the night of, or like in general?
Yeah, like the night of or the next day kind of thing. Like let's go with the night of, because some people carb up differently. Some people eat less or more or whatever, and they might not even be hungry at that point.
Dude, I have never been more physically full of food as I was trying to carb up for USAs and stay full between the first day and the second day. I was eating like crazy.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw you eat them 2 muffins literally 5 minutes before getting on stage, I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
The weirdest thing is like So when I do my abs and thigh shot, I pull like kind of a half vacuum as a transition, not as the main shot. I crunch down, pull up, and then I do a side crunch. Actually, the exact same progression that Samson does for his abs.
Okay.
It like somehow I could still pull that little baby vacuum. Actually, better later in the day than I could before. I'm like, I don't know how this is possible. This is really weird. But yeah, so depending on that, like I didn't feel like binge eating after that. I had one slice of pizza. We just went to like the food court in the hotel because it was Vegas, right? So I had one slice of pizza and a euro from a like Greek food place. And then I had actually the only thing I did kind of binge on was fruit, dude, because I was so thirsty.
Isn't that weird? I'm definitely more thirsty than hungry after a show.
Yeah.
I had 3 electrolytes right after.
Fruit and Dr. Pepper. Like an ice cold Dr. Pepper. I don't know why. That's what I want to go. I just want a lot of fruit and then Dr. Pepper.
Dude, I DoorDashed, like the fruit cups you can get from 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
DoorDashed like 2 or 3 of them. Like really, it was like midnight and I was still up. I DoorDashed like 2 or 3 of those and just slammed them right before I went to sleep. It was awesome.
Dude, for my cheat meal this last weekend, I just went to the store and I got a bunch of like pineapple. Like a ton of pineapple.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know why. It's just I like fruit a lot. I have my weird texture, like flavor issues and everything. Like I'd said, like I'm weird about flavor, but fruit is something that I can eat and never, ever, ever, ever get sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like fruit, especially like pineapples. Pineapple's good, and I found out. Anybody wondering, the best way to eat pineapple is like grill cut. Grill cut is like when they cut it like into long like pieces like this.
Oh.
For some reason, the shape of the food matters to me, and it tastes better when it's cut like that. Into spears. It's better.
I can see it.
I have with pineapples. I do the chunks because I put I have like rice, ground beef, and I just put the pineapple on top and eat it like.
So yeah, I just wanted it like I want my raw pineapple, nothing else with it. I thought about putting pineapple in my salmon and rice because I know that citrus works good with fish, but
that sounds good.
There you go.
Yeah, but then it's 3 textures that I'm dealing with there, and that might fuck me up just because I'm weird.
That is a
you
lot.
You guys aren't Texas people, are you? You don't really care that much?
No, I don't like texture. Well, my texture is like yogurt pudding. I don't like that thick, creamy texture that you can like. Yeah, that's just not.
I'm already weird about like the way that I eat my food. Like if I'm eating salmon, rice, and avocado, I have it all separated in the bowl, and I eat it a very specific way. I go all salmon, all avocado, and then all of my rice. I never intermingle them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think
it's weird. It's like this stupid thing that I think my brain started doing when I was reading more about nutrient partitioning and everything. And it was like, oh, for digestion, like protein, fats, carbs, whatever, the way they digest and break down in the body. So in my head, I know that this isn't correct, but my brain is like, eat all of the protein first, all of the fats next, and then all of the carbs. That's how I have to do it.
Yeah.
I mix my oatmeal stuff, but I don't mix my other meals.
Hey, that's funny because I'm like when you originally said that, I was like, but everything touches as soon as it hits their stomach. So like,
I know. That's why I'm like, it's just a mental thing. It's just this stupid thing that I do that I think about, and I know it doesn't make any sense, but to me, it does. Plus, it's just how I eat. It's just easy. So like I told you guys about the weird shit with the rice cakes and the jam and stuff. Like I do that.
Yeah.
Now with my oatmeal, because Terrence changed my meal plan up quite a bit this last check-in. With my oatmeal, I eat the jam and then I eat the peanut butter, and the only thing that I mix into it is the banana.
Wait, the jam, peanut butter, and banana, or the peanut butter on the banana?
I eat the jam separate, and then I eat the peanut butter separate, and then I put the banana in the oatmeal. And the reason is because it tastes really good when you mix it. It tastes like a kind of like a peanut butter banana sandwich, but it's oatmeal. Mm-hmm. So it tastes good, but it's like when you're eating that much of the food, it gets like an overwhelming amount of peanut butter jam taste for a while. Just so much.
Is that like super sweet? Like, or well, let me ask this. Make sure I'm understanding you correctly. You scoop peanut butter, eat it. I mean, scoop jam, eat it. Scoop peanut butter, eat it. Then you scoop your oats and banana and eat it. That's how you eat it? No. So you finish your jam all at once?
All of the jam, all of the peanut butter, and then I start the oatmeal.
Okay. Because when you said
eating my oatmeal, I'm sitting there spooning out of the jam jar. Like I'm just eating that while I'm making all my food. And then once I've made my food, my eggs, my ground beef, and then my oats, then I go sit down and I eat that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
interesting.
Are you eating a whole jar of jam or like half a jar? Or
no, I'm eating
curiosity.
Just 100 grams of double fruit.
So like what, 5 scoops maybe?
Yeah, it's not that much. I mean, I get a little Tupperware container and I just weigh it out to make sure that I have the right amount, and I just sit there and I fucking. I mean, it takes no time at all to finish.
All right, I'm visualizing you fucking big ass jar of jam.
I sent you guys a post-workout meal once just because it's. Where I was just like, I set up my phone, I'm just like eating out of a jar of jam because people think it's weird. Like, it's just easy.
Dude,
it's interesting. It's interesting.
So my question is, does Terrence know that you, not that it matters, like from a nutrition standpoint, but just curious, does he know like how you split it up like that, or does he think you're mixing it all together?
I don't know. I'm assuming he thinks I mix it all together because every time he gives me a plan of some sort, he makes it make sense. Yeah. Like everything that we mix together makes complete sense. Like I said, meal one, you could totally mix oatmeal, peanut butter, jam, and banana, right? Like that sounds completely normal.
Sounds bomb.
I just can't. And then the salmon, the rice, and then the avocado, you could easily just mix all that together too, but I won't. It's just weird. My pre-workout meal is cream of rice, banana, apple pie filling, sugar, or maple syrup, I mean. That one I mix everything in.
Apple pie filling?
Yeah, you know what's cool about that?
That's new. I've never heard that.
That sounds bomb.
He put that in my plan for me when he coached me 2 years ago, and I really, really liked it. Putting apple pie filling in your cream of rice is good. And it's a lot of like carbs that you can get in too.
I've heard of people carbing up with that before.
Yeah, it's good. It's not bad.
I've never seen it. I think
I mix a lot more of my food than I think I do, because my post-workout meal is yogurt, protein, granola, banana, honey, and jam. And I eat the honey and the jam separate, so that is also weird. I do drink just honey. I'll just straight up drink it. I don't care. But it tastes weird when I put it in yogurt. So,
well, I just I feel like I would just do this. Not full of.
Dude, you more than anybody else, Josh, should do like full day of eating videos because they'd be fascinating to watch.
Oh, bro!
I think I'm going to do one this week. People were asking me after I posted my groceries.
You got to make it a cinema type of ordeal. You can do. Here's what I eat. We got to see the.
Oh no, I have to, because it matters. It matters how. I think I'll record one tomorrow, maybe, because I thought I posted up my groceries and stuff, and everyone's like, because I was like, if anyone's wondering how much it costs to eat 7,000 calories a day, and then I always get the same comments anytime I talk about my food. You're not eating that much. You're not this person. You're not Chris Bumstead, whatever the fuck. If Chris Bumstead only eats 4,000, how come you need 7? I'm like, because I have a fucking genetic disability or issue or whatever you would call it.
Yeah.
I have
an issue. You're gifted. You're gifted.
Yeah. I'm built different.
There you go.
Fucking built different. I'm better than you, so I eat more. No, I don't know. Why would I lie about how much I'm eating? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, what benefit do I gain from that?
Yeah.
Because then it's just like, oh, this guy's small and he's eating a lot of food. It's not like it doesn't change the size that I am. People are going to be like, oh, he's eating 7,000 calories because he's so gigantic. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
People are weird.
You gotta remember, bro, social media, dog. They don't know.
Well, and people seem to think that if you can get away with eating a lot and you're not Chris Bumstead sized yet, that's a good thing, but it's like, well, no, that just means that Chris gets more of a response from less food than we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's genetically superior. We're not.
Right.
We have to eat more because we're not. You know. 100%.
Could you imagine just being like? Could you imagine the most amount of food that your calories get to in an off season is like 4,000, maybe 5,000?
Crazy, dude.
Probably.
Freaking, I've heard that Nick Walker's the same way. He
just
he eats like 4,500 calories in the off season, and he's like 295, 300.
But I wonder, was he eating like that to get to that point? Like,
that's a good question.
No,
yeah.
No. That's the thing that I think is important. You have to do, and that's probably true for Chris too, if you think about it. You have to do a lot of food first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, once you get to that point, you're not necessarily trying to grow. You're maintaining with improvements.
And if your body has been that heavy before, it's way easier to get back there, you know? Like,
exactly.
Like,
so
I got back to my peak off-season weight from last year without having to really push food at all. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Does it take you a while to get back?
I'm nowhere near my off-season weight.
Kind of jump all the way back up.
Wait, what did you say, John?
Does it take you a while to get back up to like your regular weight after a show? Like, let's say you start dieting at 260, you start competing at 230. How long does it take you to get back to 260?
Well, every year's been different, depending on what I got going on, what I'm taking, what every year's just been different. It's progressed differently. This last year was fucking quick, dude. Like,
oh really?
Like, it's what, 4 months past post show right now, roughly.
Yeah, something like
August,
that.
September, July, October, November.
5. Okay.
It was the end of July. It was the last week of July, though. Yeah. So a little over.
Yeah.
Little over.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was quicker this time for sure. But my body just had a little bit more of a dramatic initial response than it has in the past. I don't know. It just depends on the year for me. What about you, Tyler?
For me, it's I'm nowhere near my off season weight because I was at my top bulk was at 273, and then when I started prep, I was at 265.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting comfortably at 240, but the way my body's responding now is that my exercises and stuff, I'm stronger than I was when I was 265.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a better. You probably have more lean tissue now than you did at 270.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, do you feel like you're big? Like, do your shirts and stuff fit like you're bigger now than you were when you were 265?
No, okay. They fit close to. But when I was 260, I was definitely like more of a meatball, if you will.
Yeah. So like you're filling out the same shirts. It's just it's cleaner. It's different.
Yeah.
Got you. No, that's great, man. Like Josh said, that means you probably just have more tissue on you, but your overall weight is just lower because you're tighter, for sure.
Are you eating more food than you were at 270?
I'm not. Bro, we haven't even started pushing yet. We'll probably start pushing this week.
Oh wow, he takes his health phases pretty wild or pretty long, huh?
Yeah, and then granted, I was pretty much gone for like 3 weeks, so
yeah,
not like I could have really do anything.
That makes sense.
Not a bad thing at all.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Are you?
Well, I mean, I have a hard time scaling my progression just because of, and I hate talking about it so much because I feel like people just think that I fall off track all the time or whatever, but I really do have a lot of circumstances that have forced me out. But I have a hard time tracking my progression and knowing like this is what happens for me after a show, or this is how long this takes, and like how much food I'm eating and everything, just because everything is so fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like I'm eating a lot, like I can eat a lot more food at lighter weights every time I do start getting on track again because I have more lean mass, so my metabolism's a lot faster.
That makes sense.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Tyler, was it a big struggle to get up to 270 for you? Like, did you really have to force food, or not too bad?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, it was to the point where, like, I had to eat on schedule. If I was late, all of the food
appetite was on a fixed schedule at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't even think I had an appetite. I was just, it was like to the point where if I could breathe, I'm about to eat.
Yeah, man. I hear you.
Kind of how that was. Like the feeling. I don't think I've ever experienced this until last off season about simply tying your shoe or putting your shoe on because you can't breathe outside of your stomach. I've never experienced that, and it was such an interesting thing for me because I'm like, man, I dread putting on shoes. Like,
dude,
you know, like big people, you can actually move your stomach. We can't. I can't put my foot across my leg. I'm like, man, fuck this. This is stupid.
Yeah, bro.
Because just being tall makes shit hard like that.
Oh, bro, I already know it. It is an uncomfortable, an uncomfortable feeling. But
it's so funny. Putting my shoes on is like my favorite thing to do because of how difficult it is to do.
Say that one more time.
Putting my shoes on is one of my least favorite things to do just because of how difficult it is for me to do it.
Yes.
Yep.
I've been wearing a lot of Crocs lately, gents. A lot of Crocs. Like, the only day that I don't wear Crocs is on my leg day because I don't want to be that guy training lazy Crocs.
I try to wear
so you train? So you be wearing your Crocs? Oh shit! Go ahead, bro.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
What'd you say, Tyler?
I was gonna say, do you train in your Crocs?
Every day except leg day. Yeah, literally. Yeah, bro. And I no longer. So, have you guys gotten to the point where when you wash your feet in the shower, right? I used to just pick my feet up one at a time and kind of cross them over my knee and wash them like that, and then switch sides. Now I just bend straight over and wash them on the ground and just kind of pick them up enough to get underneath, and that's it. That's it.
Not what I do. Is exactly what I do. I stand in the shower. I get my soap like this. I just fucking squirt it down at my feet. And I just do this a little bit with my feet to each other, and I'm like, that's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not fucking I can't. I'll fall over.
Wait. So you guys, I'm assuming you guys have standing shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually got a tub in mine, so I actually can put my foot on the sidewall and get under there.
Oh, I have a tub. I just don't want the water to run out of the tub.
Oh, okay.
So wait, Tyler, you put your foot up on the side of the tub and then bend over and wash it?
Oh. I do it with my legs.
Just like this.
Okay. Yeah. I think I have a tub, but the sides are not very high. So it feels like too much distance. I don't think I can get there.
It's too much. It's still if I put my leg up right here like this, where my tub's gonna be.
Yeah.
This still not that advantageous for me. Look at where I still gotta go all the way down here like this.
It works though. It works for me. I don't think I could personally go all the way down to get my foot.
Yeah.
My lazy ass would do what he did and spray my feet and then play footsies with myself.
For you guys, it's size too. For me, it's not just size; it's also height.
Yeah.
When I put my leg up like that, then every time I try to bend over, then my legs are in my way. I'm fighting against my leg just to get down into position because my quads, being the only big body part that I have, are rounded off my leg like this. So I'm leaning into that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to open it up, bro. You got to bend your knee to the outside.
Dude, I need to do more mobility work.
You need to do yoga. You need yoga.
Yeah, there you go.
Consult with the mobility specialist this week, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Terrence gave me his information, so I'm going to hit him up. And then Terrence said he's got a couple good bodywork guys in Tampa, so I'm going to go down to Tampa and visit and go to one of his bodywork guys down there and see if they can help me out with some of my fucked up stuff.
Nice. That's dope, bro.
Tyler, do you do bodywork?
Yeah. I haven't done it much since competing, but I was religious during prep.
Mm-hmm.
Once a week, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Dude, we're getting a live A live reenactment. This is awesome.
Oh, you just lost 15 grams, bro.
Probably about 15. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make up.
Yeah, so it's literally like 2 spoonfuls, huh?
Yeah. What it look like?
3. Okay. Dude, that was awesome. You talked about it, and then we got to see you do it. That's content right there.
Now, since I dropped some on the floor, I got to make up for it.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Try to get the people what they want. They want the real raw truth, and they want to see it happen.
They want that authenticity, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't believe it. Just plopped on the ground like that.
Dude, I hate. Okay. Oh, you want to see me like get really upset? It's dropping my food on the floor. Like,
Yeah,
nothing will make me lose my absolute shit more than that. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Trucks, I would pack extra meals because it did become sometimes often where like a meal would fall out of my fucking truck or something and like go all over the parking lot, and I would be like, fuck, because I'm out of town, I'm driving trucks, I'm delivering beer, so I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from home. I can't fucking do anything about it, so I would pack an extra meal a day.
Okay, how many times, and be honest, how many times have you guys dropped something on the floor and just like you got to deal with it? Like, you got to eat it. You have no option.
It depends on where I am.
Yeah, I don't.
If I'm at home,
I think it depends on like what are you asking?
Not at home. You're not at home.
I drop my entire meal. I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna take that L. But if I'm dropping like maybe a little bit, like a piece here and there, I'm picking that bitch up and eating it, regardless of where I'm at.
I've definitely dropped my meal, scooped it back into a bowl, and eaten it.
Yeah, I can't do that. I don't think I can personally do that.
The only reason I did it, and I'm a very hygienic person, I need to point this out real quick. The only reason I did it is because of this particular job that I had, or this day at least, I was managing a GNC. I was the one who was cleaning. I know that shit was clean. I had no fucking issues at all eating off of that floor because I just barely cleaned it. But I pulled my meal. This is when I was doing the Arnold Amateur Prep too. So I was full-blown 110% not fucking up at all. Like, everything I did was perfect. So I pulled my meal out of the microwave. This is towards the end of prep too. I don't know if you guys get like this, but when I prep, I get very like narcoleptic. If I sit down, I'm falling asleep. Probably like starts to happen about 3 weeks out from a show. I sit down, I fall asleep. So I'm like tired, barely functioning, moving around. I'm like, there's points in time, I'm sure you guys deal with this too, where like you don't even have your eyes open all the way. Yeah. Just kind of like doing shit with your eyes closed like that.
Yeah.
So I was pulling my food out of the microwave and I bumped the side of the microwave. I'm so weak and tired, I'm barely holding the container. So I just bumped it and it just flipped out of my hand and fell on the ground. And I just started scooping it up into my bowl and then I ate it all.
The closest I've come to that is there was one time I was on a road trip. I think I was going to see my mom in Montana, which is like what is, oh,
dude.
That's perfect.
This is all I see.
I
gotta get the game.
Right here. That is awesome.
Just thought I'd share that. That fit the moment.
That was so perfect, dude. That was cool.
I love that.
So I was on a road trip to see my mom, which is like a 7 to 8 hour drive for me, depending on how fast I go. And I was stopped at like a grocery store or a rest stop or something. And I obviously had all my meals for the day already packed and ready to go. And I reached, my dog was doing something in the back. I had my meal on my leg, balanced on my leg. I turned around to like grab my dog and be like, stop it. I don't remember what she was doing. And my meal fell off my leg and dumped like on, I was sitting in my truck. So it dumped on like the driver's side floor of the truck.
Oh shit.
Damn.
but like 50% of it kind of stayed on the lid because I had the lid underneath. So like half of it fell on the lid, so it wasn't touching like the rubber mat or anything. But then the other half was, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like only 50% of this is dirty. I'm gonna eat it all and just hope for the best. And I was like, I didn't get sick or nothing. It was fine, but it was just, it was really gross because I had literally. This is the gross part. I had literally just walked into a rest stop or some type of public restroom, and they got in my truck. So there was probably like piss on my shoes from that restroom. And then I dropped my food right where my feet were. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's bad.
Here we go. Guess we're doing this today.
There it is.
I don't ever feel bad about doing it though. I'm like, actually, I feel worse if I don't try to at least eat it.
Yeah.
No. No.
I just
Your situation.
compartmentalized. I just compartmentalized, like, let's just pretend this didn't happen and then I'm just eating clean food. That's what I did.
It's like,
But boy, bless your heart. I don't know. Because immediately if I thought about the restroom and everything that goes into a public restroom,
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could probably get down 2 bites, but after that, I would be over processing the whole situation.
Yeah.
It took me a while. It took me a while for me to use a fucking gas station microwave when I would travel. Yeah, because that's why I bought the like Lunchable.
I'll put up on the dashboard of my truck and turn on the defrost.
You told us that this last one, bro. It's still an amazing situation, by the way.
It's probably really bad. Like I'm sure you're accumulating all kinds of bacteria by doing that, though.
Yeah, but I guess whatever. Well, yeah, you survived, bro. So okay.
I didn't get sick.
Okay, have I ever told you guys, this would be a really good story to wrap with because this is crazy. Have I ever told you guys the story about my fridge when I moved into not this apartment, but the last apartment?
Probably not. I don't think so. No. It doesn't ring a bell.
No.
Good God. Okay, I'm about to blow your minds. So when I moved into my last place, obviously there was already a fridge in there. And I remember thinking when I first stocked that fridge with food, I remember thinking, this doesn't feel super cold. It feels cool, but it doesn't feel maybe quite as cold as it should. And then I just kind of forgot about it. I was like, nah, it's probably fine. It's probably all in my head. So fast forward like 4 or 5 months that I've been living in this place, I started drinking a lot of those like little like bubblies or LaCroix, like that shit, the sparkling water.
Yeah.
And I would put them in the fridge, and it's very obvious with a liquid when it's not refrigerator temperature. You know?
Yeah.
It's very obvious when it's closer to room temp. So I realized, I was like, wait, these have been in the fridge all day and these are not cold. Like something's wrong with my fridge. So, and again, this was 4 or 5 months later. I ordered a like fridge thermometer off of Amazon, put it in there for a day, checked it. My fridge was 60 degrees.
Oh shit.
For 5 months? Well, I mean, it's not that weird if you're going through food enough to where it's not really sitting in the fridge for that long.
I mean, I would cook like 5 pounds of chicken and have it sitting in the fridge for a few days. I would have like fucking, back then I was still eating like some dairy. I don't really eat dairy anymore, but I was drinking a little bit of milk, and I had like I had eggs in there. I had all kinds of like perishable stuff. And I actually remember thinking, looking back, like my food kind of spoils fast. Like I would cook vegetables and then like 3 days later they'd be bad. And I'm like, that's kind of weird that my food is spoiling fast. But dude, I lived for 4 or 5 months with nothing colder than room temp, and I was totally fine. No stomach issues, nothing at all.
Yeah, you must have really not been having your food in the fridge for too long.
Yeah, like you must have been going through it.
If I've had salmon in my fridge and I'm like, Did I buy this a couple days ago? Did I buy this a week ago? I'll open it up. If I don't get an initial weirdness out of it, I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And nothing ever happens. I'm been completely, well, knock on wood, but nothing's happened yet. Like, I've been completely fine so far, so it's like, you know, whatever.
So basically what I learned is we don't really need fridges.
Well,
Did our ancestors have fridges?
It's a hoax, bro. We don't really need it.
I don't think my ancestors had fridges.
So yeah, that was really gross to learn that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna die for sure.
So wait, did you ever use the microwave to warm your food, or did you like do it like if an instruction on something said you need to warm this up for 2 minutes, you just did it in like a minute because it was already warm?
Oh, because it was already room temp.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe my microwave or maybe my fridge is too cold because I notice anytime I try to microwave anything at all, it takes like, I've never used 3 or 4 minutes on a fucking microwave before until now.
Damn.
Yeah, now it's like, even just my oatmeal, I just microwaved that for 3.5 minutes and it's barely done. Like, this microwave just sucks ass.
So yeah, that sounds like a bad microwave.
So if it's food volume too, I found that like if I'm eating, my protein is really high. I eat 10 ounces of cooked whey protein with each meal, and 300 grams of rice is pretty average. So when you have like 10 ounces is 280 grams. So when you have 280 chicken, 300 rice, and then whatever 50 veggies or 100 veggies, that's like a pound and a half of food that you're eating. So like that takes a minute to warm up. I usually need like 3 or 4 minutes as well. Usually 3. Usually I do 3. Yeah.
I want to weigh the amount of food that I eat throughout the day, like actually weigh it, you know what I mean, after it's made, not just to put ingredients in, just to see how much weight of food that I'm eating. Because I'm at 900 grams of carbs alone. I want to know what that weighs.
I'm at about a pound and a half a meal. Let's see. I'll do the math right now. I'm at about a pound and a half a meal for 6 of my meals. And then probably my last meal is about a pound. So let's see. That's 10 pounds. That's 10 pounds of food.
Damn.
Good Lord, man. That's a lot of food.
I don't even know what this weighs, dude. This is a vat of oatmeal and banana and ground beef and egg.
Dude, your first meal is very similar to mine. I have oatmeal, but I have berries for my fruit, and then I have chicken and egg.
You did remind me. I wanted to eat pineapple.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Grilling pineapples.
Nice. Nice.
There you go. That's the good kind.
Yeah. It's the right shape. I'm telling you, shape matters. Size doesn't matter. Shape matters. Listen, ladies. It's important shit.
Well, the same kind of applies to bodybuilding, right? So
that is true.
Indeed.
That could be an argument for another time, I guess.
We're an hour and 40 minutes. Let's stop it.
Yeah.
Well, that was a pretty solid episode. We covered bodybuilding, we covered food, we covered all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Our conversations be full.
Social media arguments.
Yeah. I keep wondering when we're gonna like run out of shit to just like. I keep being like, man, I wonder if we're gonna start needing to plan out topics. Like, are we just gonna one day get on here and be like, oh, what do we talk about? But it hasn't happened yet. Not even close.
I always try to write stuff out just in case, and we never even end up getting to it in the first place, hardly. So
true.
Same.
Really, but we do. But what we have done is bring those topics up later, naturally. But
yeah. They come like the Nick Walker thing. Neil brought that up. I wrote that down. For today, but Neil brought it up, you know. So I think it's easy. I really don't think that. I mean, especially with as long as we've got me on here, we're never going to run out of shit to say. I'll have some shit to talk about.
If Tyler and I are ever like just having a sleepy morning or we're not very talkative, we could just get you talking and sit back, you know?
I thought that I was having a sleepy morning today, and I ended up rambling about a bunch of shit.
You know, I think we should do because I think when we did it on Friday, I think we should do like some evening ones because it's like for me, I felt like more of it was a good decompression way of just kicking it with the boys instead of we're all doing it in the morning.
I agree with that. You know, like nighttime after I've done everything, it's a good way for me, honestly, on Monday mornings to kickstart my day, though, too.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying sometimes, not all the time. Just like sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe like once or twice a month, we should do a live podcast on Fridays.
Yeah, if we come up with a consistency to do that with, then people join into lives a lot more if it is consistent. So if we're like every second Friday of the month or whatever the hell, we do a live one, and then everybody gets in the routine of knowing, okay, one of their podcasts every month is live.
Yeah.
And it's on this day, you know what I mean? So then we amass an audience that way rather than just what we're doing now, because it will help us grow. Because I know a lot of the people who listen to our podcast, I don't think they're doing it on YouTube yet too much.
Yeah, I agree. They are doing it on Spotify.
And Apple. So.
It does seem like our audio platforms are getting more streams for sure.
Which is it's obvious. It's a lot easier, but for people to like listen and stuff. But if we do lives, then people will engage and watch a little bit more, and that'd be cool. We can come up with more events and stuff. We don't need to do a giveaway every time, especially not apparently the size of last, because Ben was like, Ben's like, we don't even give away that much shit. That was a huge giveaway that we did.
Dude, cool.
Hey, has it already went out to the winner?
I messaged Nick about it. Or I emailed Nick about it for both of the people that won yesterday. So he's going to probably have that all taken care of today if he hasn't already. So yeah, they're good. They're taken care of.
Dude, cool as hell of them to fund that, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, that was completely unexpected. We planned on doing self-funding for that. And I was just asking Ben about it. Like, I wasn't even asking him to do that. I just asked him if I could get a different size of clothing in my pack this month so that I could just give it out to one of the giveaway winners. And then he asked about it. And yeah, it was nice.
That's so sweet. Huge shout out for people listening. Huge shout out to Hostile. We did a giveaway on our live podcast, and we're going to fund it out of our own pockets, and Hostile decided to take the lead on it. So that's much, much appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
Respect.
It was a lot. It was a big one.
Okay, so maybe obviously not this Friday because this is the episode for this Friday, but maybe next Friday we do a live one.
I'm good with that.
Cool.
Works.
I'm down.
Works for me.
For sure.
After what is it? Next week is the 5th. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Hold on. One second.
Tomorrow's the 5th.
Next week would be
the 15th. I won't be able to do the 15th.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm entertaining like some Buffalo Wild Wings people into like the late day, so I probably won't get back until get home until like 10:30. So,
oh damn, okay.
I mean, it's still kind of early for y'all, but it's up to you.
It doesn't need to be Friday, does it?
No, it doesn't have to. Like I can do Thursday. I can do any other day.
Our upload schedule's Fridays, but like our live podcast doesn't need to be the same day as our upload day. Because then people are still going to expect to have an upload by Friday, and we would.
I work late Thursday and Tuesday. Wednesday could potentially work for me. We could also save this episode for next Friday and do a live one this Friday.
Yeah, we could do that.
That works for me too.
I guess we did talk about some stuff that's more relevant now, like the Nick Walker guest posing and shit.
But we'll figure it out. I think honestly, if we do the live podcasts, at least like once or twice a month, however, it doesn't need to be specifically on Friday. So we can figure out for next week if Wednesday or whatever works better. That's fine.
Okay. I wonder if people, when we have these discussions on air, are like, "This is cool. This is like real and raw," or if they're just like, "Why are they doing this on air?"
Yeah.
Like,
well, Well, all they have to do is stop listening at these points if they care. So
that's true.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
For those of you that do listen to this, though, we appreciate you.
For sure.
I think it's good because then you can tell us if it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, boys. I think that's a wrap right there.
Sick.
Perf.
Good luck with your vat of oatmeal, bro.
Get down. It'll be. I mean, that's going to be easier than the ground beef and eggs. So
yeah,
I'll reward myself with every bite of pineapple.
There you go. There you go.
Smart man.
All right, boys.
All right,
talk soon.
Yeah. See ya.
All right. Later.
Have a good week.
You too, brother.